On divorce court today. After only 6 months of marriage, Greg is having second thoughts. He was a DJ when they met and she stole his heart. He's still a DJ and he thinks her jealous fear that someone else will steal his heart is tearing them apart. Greg Pace and Tasha Pace have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in divorce court starts now.
I have here Greg and Tasha Pace. The two of you have only been married for 6 months. You didn't come here for a divorce. You came here to try to avoid one. Let me start out with you, Mr. Pace. You opened up your statement by saying Mrs. Pace began as a side piece. And then from a side piece, she kind of, and this is your term, pushed her way into wife. Why don't you explain how that happened?
I mean, she knew that I had somebody, you know, and it's kind of like she just bombarded her way in. Like, she just like,
so you were already dating somebody?
Oh, yeah, I had a whole other chick, but, you know, the side piece, she was a little bit better than what I had at home, and she kind of...
So you started to upgrade?
Oh, yeah, I had to. And I see what I wanted, and I just went and got it. But then I was like, you know, I had other chicks as well.
Did everybody know that that's what you were doing, or did everybody think that they were the only one?
Oh, they thought they was the only one.
Okay. Well, Mr. Pace, apparently you got game. How did she win? Out of all of those other women that you were dating, how did she get the ring?
She kind of like brainwashed me and persuaded her way in because she knew
Explain the brainwashing.
I mean, she kind of brainwashed me. She knew what I wanted. She took care, she took care of me. She knew I liked it. Nice shoes, nice clothes. I liked the money, so she just took me up under her wing pretty much. And
now, was she buying you stuff?
Oh, yeah, she was buying me whatever I wanted. So I couldn't, all those other chicks, they was needy, but she didn't come to the table like that.
She was givey.
She was givey. Oh, yeah, of course. So I was
Mrs. Pace, were you buying them stuff?
I was.
Is it that tough out there these days?
No. I just did it to keep him around. It's not tough.
I am so glad I am 54 years old. I don't know what to do. Because I liked it when they bought me stuff. I liked that part. True. They took me to dinner, you know.
But I also had, like he said, he had somebody. I had somebody, too.
What was he doing so much better than the other guy?
He was giving me that affection that the other guy couldn't give me.
Gotcha. Where did you meet him?
At a bar.
At a bar?
Yes.
Okay. Now, were you both just drinking and partying? But you're a DJ, correct?
Right.
He wasn't DJing that night.
But he wasn't DJing that night?
He was in there with a friend. I was in there with some friends, and one of the friends that I went with knew him. She introduced us, and then it went on from there.
Now, how did you play your game? How did you keep getting to him and then got to buying him stuff? Did you keep meeting at the bar? Did he give you his phone number? How'd that work?
Met, we talked on the phone for like 2 weeks, and then he was like, because I didn't even know he was a DJ at first. Like, he didn't never bring that up until he called me one day and was like, why don't you come up to the bar where I DJ at and come kick it with me? I'm like, sure. So I went up there that night. We had a good time. I left. Then he called me back like that next weekend, like, why don't you come spend the weekend with me? Then he started doing nice things for me, like, I'll get in the shower, he'll throw a towel in the dryer, warm it up to bring it to me. And then, like, after the weekend was done, I'll go back to my life, and he'll call me like, oh, you think you can buy me an outfit, or you think you can give me some money so I can get a new pair of shoes, because he's always...
He would say that to you?
Yeah. It wasn't just like, I'll be like, oh, here you go, you can have this. Go take care, you know what I'm saying? Go do what you want to do. No, it wasn't like that.
And you were offended by that?
No.
Really?
I had to put the
Mr. Pace?
I had to put the towel in the dryer. I mean, I had to work just like she was working. So I had to get paid for my services.
Did all of your women buy you stuff?
Nah, majority of, they bought me stuff here and there, but they ain't take care of me like she was. Like, that was royalty for God's sake.
She was coming in with deeper pockets.
Oh, yeah, deeper pockets. I mean, her money was longer, so hey.
I feel so old, but anyway. You say that at the beginning of your relationship and during the beginning of the marriage, although you're still at the beginning of the marriage, that she was supportive of your DJing, but as time went on, she began to resent it. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me how it was and how it changed to become what it is now?
Well, as I was a DJ and she was just a side piece, it was different because she didn't care, because she knew I had other women, she knew other ladies liked me, and she didn't care.
So there was no problem?
Nah, it wasn't no problems, but when it changed, when I said I do, oh, she put her foot on my neck. It was like I couldn't do nothing. It's like everything changed, but you still knew I was a DJ from day one. It's like, oh, well, you letting these women disrespect me. You letting these girls, they mean mug me and do all this other crazy stuff. I said, but it wasn't a problem when you was a side chick. But now that you married, what changed?
Okay, now, hang on. There is a distinct difference between being a side chick and a wife. In between there's a girlfriend that you're faithful to, and then the wife is like the exalted position. Did you give up the other women and all of that when you got married, or did you continue to behave as if you were single?
But I kept as being an entertainer. That's what I do. I entertain. Right. So I guess she didn't like that part.
So you were still social and gregarious, a little flirty, but no more touching.
Oh, nah, I wasn't touching nothing, but she didn't like that.
I got you. Do they know you're married?
Yeah, they know I'm married. Of course they know I'm married. Like, I got to get a permission slip signed before I even leave the house. I keep it with me.
Is that a permission slip?
Yeah, this is my permission slip right here. It's my marriage certificate. If I don't get that signed, I won't be going nowhere. What you mean?
I asked him where his ring is. Like, when he leaves the house, he puts all his jewelry on and everything else but his ring.
I gotta get that card copy.
This isn't a permission slip. This is his marriage license.
Yeah,
you carry your marriage license on you?
I have to.
Oh, come on.
Happy
you just
life,
brought it here for
happy
me.
wife. You know, so I got to keep her civilized, so I keep it in.
So a woman is pushing up on you and you just like whip this out
I
and
gotta let them know. They won't believe me. They won't believe me if I don't tell them.
No.
They don't believe me if I don't tell them that I'm married.
Every time he takes them out is when a man comes up and says something to him, but like, oh, I can't believe you got married. You're lying. That ain't true. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never think you would get married. That's when he whips them out.
I got it.
Next, how did a stripper with a candle drive Tasha to drink? Your mama warned you not to marry your mate. If she was right and divorce is your best option, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real relationships in crisis. Divorce Court continues.
Now, Mrs. Pace, from what I understand, there's this one particular stripper that causes you more concern than all of the others. Why don't you tell me what she's doing that upsets you so?
Well, for one, like, no matter where he DJs at, she's always there. Like, this last incident, like, a famous rapper came to the spot that he had, and all of a sudden, this night, she does a performance. She don't never do a performance. She just regular dance. So she takes the candle, and she has a lighter and hairspray and does it. Well, he's recording it as it's happening.
I think any dude would.
A married man?
Record that as their... Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that goes viral. Don't you think?
Man? No.
I mean, it's bizarre. Mr. Pace, do you have any particular attachment to this particular stripper?
Nah, I don't. I mean, she just follow everywhere I go. She's just she's a fan, you know, she's a groupie.
He used to mess
Wherever
with her.
I go, she pretty much shows up. But that particular incident, she wasn't there for me, she was there for the celebrity. I would, you know, me and her was arm in arm. So why should you be mad or be jealous?
You and Mrs. Pace were arm in arm.
We was there
Mrs.
together.
Pace, let me ask you this. In the actions of these strippers, do you see a shadow of what you used to do in order to get him?
No.
I mean, you did pursue him. No. He was with somebody else. No. And you did do things to run into him and then started buying him stuff. Do you not at all fear that which brought him to you will take him away from you?
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Hey, I try to tell her every day, you reap what you sow, this is how it happened. But don't think just every time, though, every trip, that since you was the side piece, don't think I'm out there getting the side piece because you used to be that girl.
Right. Mr. Pace, let me ask you this. You seem to be, you have a concern about her alcohol consumption and her behavior when she does consume alcohol. Why don't you explain that to me?
Oh, because she turns up. She'll flip the whole place upside down. Like something happened that she drinking. I don't care what it is. It could have happened 10, 15 years ago. it's gonna come out.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on like popcorn.
That's not true.
It could be an auntie or something like that.
That's not
Or come in
true.
and speak or something like that. She'll wait good until we get there or get to the house. Oh, what you mean? She was looking at you all crazy. She was mean mugging me. Oh, it goes crazy. Mean mugging. What?
Mrs. Pace, your response to that allegation?
That's not true. It seems like every time something goes on, yeah, I do be drinking. It's because we go out together. So I sit at the bar, I drink while he does his job because I don't be all on him. So then when something happens, I bring it to his attention. He's like, this is not the right place. So I do wait till we get home, and then it do get out of control.
Right, I got you. Do you think, though, that the alcohol exacerbates the problem? Make it look, turns you up a little bit.
It does, because I'm not that quiet girl that he's used to being around.
Right.
Because I don't say nothing when I'm not drinking. But when I'm drinking, yeah, it does. It takes, yeah.
Does that concern you?
Yeah, it scares me sometimes, yeah. I stopped recently. I mean, I still drink, but not as much because of it.
Is that true?
Oh, yeah, all right. It's like when she drinks, she thinks she's 6'2", 300 pounds.
No, but I'm saying, has she tapered down a little bit? Is she drinking a little less?
It ain't as drastic as what it used to be, but it's still, I mean, when she get that liquor, no matter what.
No matter what, it's on.
It's on.
When divorce court continues, what will the compatibility test reveal that could cause Greg to change the way he treats Tasha?
Do you think that Tasha should trust that Greg is faithful while he's working as a DJ? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers.
If you would like your case heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
I gave you a compatibility test just because you've only been married for 6 months. And sometimes when people go into a marriage, they don't necessarily know what it is they expect. They don't, and the other person most certainly doesn't know, because if you don't know, you can't impart that to your spouse, what you expect. Her big thing, I think, is her own history. Because when I asked, what do you want from my husband? She didn't say love, affection, care, protection, support. She said, I want him to be a better husband and stop doing the same as if he was single. That was her sole request. To me, that's a little bit deep. I mean, it doesn't seem that you've addressed what a marriage is and can do for you. It's just that I want to keep him. And beyond that, you haven't thought much of how do I make a marriage of value. Having said that to you, I'm going to say this to you. When I asked you what you want from a wife, again, you didn't go for support, care, love. I want conversation, commitment, companionship. You wanted us quit drinking, trust me more, and keep family and friends out of your business. Which, again, to me indicates not a true understanding of marriage, just a true understanding of your personal emotions and feelings. Having said that, I will ask you, what is your concern with respect to family and friends being in your business?
I mean, I just don't want every time we get into it, they be the first person that you run to, and then our whole relationship business be all over
Be out in the street.
All the street, all over the social media.
Who does she go to, generally? Family, friends?
No, she go to her sister.
Ms. Pace, do you run to your family?
I do. But it's both ways, because he does the same thing. It works both ways. His family's all in our business.
Are you running to your family?
Of course. That's my sole thing.
Like I said, both ways.
I'm mad because you're shooting at me. Are you shooting at? Yeah, I'm shooting at you too. You know.
It's both ways.
Are you committed to it, Mr. Pace? Are you committed to this marriage in any real way?
Yeah, of course. Or I wouldn't have did it.
Look at your wife.
Oh.
She's sad and she's shaking her head. Tell me. No, don't tell me. Tell Mrs. Pace about your level of love and commitment for her.
I mean, I got love, I got commitment. You the only one for me. Those other chicks, like I said, they ain't no side chicks, they ain't nothing. Like, I wouldn't have married you if I didn't love you.
Do you believe it?
I mean, yeah, I do. I believe it, but he don't show it.
You tell him then, not your level of love and commitment, but what it is you need from him to feel the level of love and commitment he says he has for you. Tell him.
I mean, I just want you to give me that same respect you want from me. You don't want me to have a phone and men call on my phone and I can be like, oh, it's about business. But it's okay for females to do it to you and you know it's not about business. I would just want you to give me the same respect you want me to give you.
Do you not let her have a phone?
Oh, yeah, because she like to go out and party and not come home. It's a big issue with the phone. That's where her slick and slick ways. So she's comfortable with not having a phone because she know that'll cause more drama to our marriage.
On an honest tip, Ms. Pace, was the phone allowing too much of other life and other people into your home?
It was before we got married, but not since we got married.
But you don't have a phone?
No. Well, he says we should be like Beyonce and Jay-Z and use the same phone.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next. If the ink on your marriage license is barely dry, but you're ready to call it quits, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222.
Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers.
Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
I like you people. And I think you people have a shot at staying married. But I think you have to do some specific things. And I got recommendations for both of you. I'm going to start with you, Mrs. Pace. You've got to trust him because he hasn't demonstrated in any way, shape, or form that he is not trustworthy. The thing that is bothering you is what you did to get him. And it's not what he's doing while he's with you. He is in a life where he is a DJ. That's drinking, that's naked women. No, well, not naked women, because... I mean, apparently,
they get naked.
Huh?
They be naked.
And I was just about to say, I'm so far out of the loop. We all had to have our clothes on when we were out, but in my day. But I don't know. The rules may be different. But that's the milieu in which he makes money. It's like saying, my husband is an obstetrician, but I don't want him to see any naked women. I mean, that's just kind of where it places him. So you can't get mad about his environment and what the women in his environment do because you have to trust him. And don't go there where he is and drink. Serves no purpose. Number two, you gotta quit the drinking part because the drinking makes you crazy and it makes you mouthy and that makes for distress and craziness. Number three, I wanna congratulate you on the no kids part. You know what I mean? Most women don't come to it like that. You gotta know, you gotta get a man home, you gotta watch him and trust him and make sure it's cool. Then you join Gene Pool. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Mr. Pace, I think you're a good dude. I don't think you're doing the wrong stuff. I think you're a little bit immature, both of you, on that sharing with other people. The only people that need to hear about your problems is the other one. And they don't need to hear it at the bottom of a bottle. They don't need to hear it at the height of your voice. What they need to hear it is in a calm and reasonable, rational fashion. You did A, it made me feel B. I was wondering if instead you could do C. What do you think? You have to be mindfully married, not hysterically so. Do you see what I'm saying? So what are you going to do when you leave here? Give me one specific thing based on something I told you so I know you were paying attention.
I mean, I'm gonna do the right thing. I'm gonna respect her how she want me to respect her.
Give the woman a phone.
Huh?
Give the woman her phone. And you quit sitting at the bar drinking and watching him. And when you do get the phone, act like a wife with it and, you know, not a chick down the block, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Your Honor.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
And keep your business at home. Resolve it at home. Talk about it at home. Don't scream it on the street. And having said that, this matter is adjourned. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Greg agrees with the judge that they need to change the way they talk to each other, and Tasha is getting her own phone. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.